Assalamualaikum class. I hope all of you are fine at home. This is your teacher, Ms. Sayyida Fatma Noor, and today we are going to start a new topic, which is the continuous tenses. Okay, in continuous tenses, we will talk about something that is in progress and that is ongoing at the time of speaking. मतलब continuous tenses उस टाइम यूज़ करते हैं जब कोई चीज़ कोई काम हम कर रहे हों और वो कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ हो, प्रोग्रेस में हो, जब हम उस बारे में बात कर रहे हैं एट द टाइम ऑफ स्पीकिंग. ओके सो we have present continuous tense, we have future continuous tense. Okay, so first example here is my mother is cooking a meal. In this, my mother is subject, is helping verb, main verb here is cooking, and object is meal. Okay, whenever we use a singular pronoun or a singular pronoun or subject, we use is. If we are using I, we always use am with that as in helping verb. And whenever we use a plural pronoun or a subject, for example they, you, okay, so we use are as a helping verb. We have I have tell you the structure in the when we have done the exercise of worksheet pad related to this topic, but I'm telling you again. We use its basically structure is subject plus helping verb is mr plus verb ing plus object. Okay, we always used first form of verb in continuous tense plus ing. Okay, so here are some affirmative sentences. As an example, I am writing an essay on animals. That means the essay writing is in progress, isn't done yet. The masons are building a hospital near our house. मजदूर हमारे घर के करीब अस्पताल तामीर कर रहे हैं. Okay, how will, for example, if I give you some Urdu sentences in translation, so how will you identify that? To identify continuous tenses, present continuous tenses specifically, the end of the sentence in Urdu will contain रहा है, रही है, रहे हैं. Okay, अगर किसी सेंटेंस के एंड में उर्दू के रहा है, रही है, रहे हैं आ रहा होगा, that means that is a present continuous tense. Okay, so for example, if there is a verb that ends on the first form of verb that ends on e, so we remove the e from that verb and add ing in the end or in place of e. Okay, and if there is a consonant in the end, okay, अगर किसी verb के आखिर में consonant आए तो इससे पहले एक vowel हो तो ing के इजाफा करने से पहले आखिरी वाले कॉन्सोनेंट को डबल कर देते हैं, जैसे रन से रनिंग. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ देयर इज अ कॉन्सोनेंट बिफोर द वॉवल इन द एंड ऑफ अ वर्ब. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल कॉन्सोनेंट इन हियर इज एन and before that there is a vowel u. So what we do, we will double the consonant here. So we will add another n, and then we will add ing. Okay. For example, a verb that ends on ie, so we will put y instead of or in place of ie, and then we will add ing. For example, here die ends on ie, we remove and we replace ie with y, and then we will add ing. Clear? Okay, there are some negative sentences. Okay, what we do in negative, how we will make a negative sentence? We will add not after the helping verb and before the verb, before the main verb. So basically not will place in between helping verb and main verb. Okay. For example, the girls are not participating in the speech competition. Helping verb here is are. Okay, because girls, it's plural, and we place after helping verb not, and participating here is the main verb. Next is interrogative sentences. Whenever we make these sentences, we use and we put the helping verb in the first like in the starting of the sentence. Okay, जब भी हम interrogative sentences बनाते हैं तो helping verb को सबसे पहले लिखा जाता है, and we will add question mark in the end of the sentence. Is he helping him? Am I not helping you? And इस case में what will you do? That if a sentence is negative and interrogative at the same time, so what will you do? You will put not after the subject, because you are already putting the helping verb in the starting, right? And after that the subject is coming in. Okay, so you will add not after the subject. For example, in this second sentence, it is interrogative and negative as well. So यहाँ क्या किया गया है कि helping verb को सबसे पहले लिखा है, फिर subject है, और subject के बाद we have added not. Okay. Okay. For example, if there are some questioning words, where, what, when, how, why, so you do what you do. You will add the helping verb after these questioning words, which are where, what, why, when, how. Okay, इसके बाद आप जो है helping verb लगाएंगे, and बाकी same जो है structure रहेगा sentence का. For example, why are they learning English? यहाँ पर question word सबसे पहले, after that there is helping verb, then the subject, and then the main verb, and then object. Okay. And if there is you have question words and the sentence is interrogative and negative at the same time, so you will follow the same rule we have discussed above, that you will put the not after the subject. For example, if I make this first sentence, why are they learning English, and I make it into negative, it will become why are they not learning English. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Now there are some sentences in which there are जिसके एंड में उर्दू के रहा है, रही है, रहे हैं नहीं आता, तो उनका तर्जुमा या उनका जो ट्रांसलेशन है, वी विल डू इट लाइक दिस. शी इज़ वेयरिंग अ जैकेट. उसने एक जैकेट पहनी हुई है. अब यहाँ पे हुई है या हुए हैं यूज हो रहा है at the end of the Urdu sentence, but this is a present tense, present continuous tense. उसने जैकेट पहनी हुई है, okay? He is still wearing that, right? So she is wearing a jacket. And sometimes बाज़ मरतबा फ्यूचर इंडेफिनिट टेंस का तर्जुमा भी इसी टेंस में किया जाता है। फ्यूचर इंडेफिनिट और फ्यूचर सिंपल टेंस को भी समटाइम्स हम फ्यूचर प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस टेंस में ट्रांसलेट करते हैं। फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, वो रात को पार्टी में नहीं जाएगा। He is not going to attend the party tonight. अब now you can notice that at the end of these sentences जाएगा and जाएंगे is used in the Urdu sentence. वो अगले हफ्ते अमेरिका जाएंगे. They are going to America next week. Okay, there are some present simple tense in that we use always. Okay, आगे किसी present simple tense में always का use का word आ जाए, so we will use present continuous tense for that. For example, वो हर वक्त काम करती रहती है. She is always working. वो हमेशा शोर मचाता रहता है. He always making a noise. Okay. Make sure to focus on the last words of these Urdu sentences so that it will be easier for you to identify in paper and you can easily do the translation as well. Okay, now you have to do the exercise A and D of present continuous tense. In exercise A, what you have to do, you have to make sentences from the following table. You have to write in your grammar copy. Make sure to put the heading of present continuous tense and then heading of exercise, and then you will start doing it. Okay, and mention the date as well. For example, I dash cooking vegetables. Well, you can do it in your grammar book as well. You don't have to write in your copy, just do it here. Okay, आपको helping verbs यहाँ पे ऐड करने हैं just. You don't have to add any other thing. आप यहाँ टेबल पे ही कर दीजिए add helping verbs and you don't have to do it in your copy. We always use am with I, so it will become I am cooking vegetables. We are quarreling with one another. We is a plural noun. Plural subject. You is another plural subject, so it will become you are wearing glasses. Aslam is wearing a jacket. Okay. Okay, do one thing here. Just match the sentences in which is will be added as helping word, and then just match them. Okay, you don't have to do write it, just match them here, but make sure to use the scale. Okay, in exercise D, change the following sentences first into negatives and then into questions or interrogative sentences. Here is an example for you. She is eating a meal, so it will become in negative. She is not eating a meal. And interrogative sentence, is she eating a meal? Okay, so you have to do it on your own. All the sentences you have to do in negative and interrogative sentence, you have to change them. And this exercise you must have to do in your copy. in grammar portion, make sure to add the heading of present continuous tense, the exercise number you are doing, the exercise question, and then you will start doing the exercise. Okay, past continuous tense. We will talk about something in these tense which was in progress in the past. कोई भी काम जो कि गुज़रे ज़माने में कंटिन्यूस था या कंटिन्यूटी में था या प्रोग्रेस में था. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, दे वर लाफिंग एट द जोकर. वो जोकर पर हंस रहे थे. दे आर नॉट लाफिंग नाउ. वो पहले हंस चुके थे. ठीक है. In these sentences, go through the examples of affirmative sentences. The old men were running a race. बूढ़े आदमी दौड़ लगा रहे थे. Okay, read the next line on yourself. Okay, everything will be same here as well. The only thing that is changed is the helping verb. You will use was and verb as in helping verb here, but the verb will remain the same. That is first form of verb plus ing. Okay, so with plural subjects like they, we, you will use were, and with the singular subjects you will use was. Singular subjects क्या हैं? He, she, it, they, I. Okay. Now how do you identify these tense, this continuous tense in Urdu? In Urdu, the end of the sentence will be रहा था, रही थी, रहे थे, रही थी. Okay. Okay, the same goes here. जो मैंने आपको लास्ट टाइम बताया था प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस टेंस में कि if there is e in the end of the verb, you will remove the e and add ing, and if there is a consonant after the vowel in it at the end of the verb, so you will double the consonant and add ing. Okay, that will remain the same. Okay, in negative sentences everything will remain the same, that you will add not after the helping verb. And same goes for interrogative sentences. You will add the helping verb in the starting of the sentence. And if there are some question words, so that goes same as well, that first there is question words why, then the helping verb, then subject, then main verb, and then object. Why were they learning English? Okay, sometimes there are words, there are sentences that don't end on रहा था, रही थी, रहे थे. For example, क्या वो सोए हुए थे? So if हुई थी या हुए थे is at the end of the Urdu sentence, so you will still going to use the past continuous tense for these kind of sentences. Okay, क्या वो सोए हुए थे? Were they sleeping? बच्चों ने यूनिफॉर्म पहनी हुई थी. The children were wearing uniform. Okay. Now if a sentence is both interrogative and negative, so it again goes the same. Okay, it can go both the ways, that you can add not before after the subject, and you can add not before the subject and after the helping verb. In first example here, not is added after subject, that is they not. Why they not playing? and you can add it just after the helping verb. Were not they playing? Weren't they playing, or were not they playing? Both of the sentences are right. You have to do the exercise B. You have to change the following sentences into negative. You can easily do that. For example, it was raining yesterday, so it will become it was not raining yesterday, because we have to use not after the helping verb, and we put not after the helping verb, right? You have to do all of the 15 sentences in your grammar portion in the copy, and add the past continuous tense heading before doing it, and do mention the exercise as well. Now, future continuous tense. We use the future continuous tense to talk about something which will be in progress at a time in the future. अब यहाँ हम क्या बात कर रहे हैं कि हम उस चीज़ की बात करें जो कि हाल में या आगे जाके कंटिन्यूस रहेगी या प्रोग्रेस में रहेगी. And we will use here the helping verb shall be and will be. We will use shall be with I and we, and we can use will be with all of the subjects. Okay. Okay, so there are some examples. I shall be waiting for you. You can add will be as well and shall be as well with I and we. Okay. I will be waiting for you, or I shall be waiting for you. You can use both in case of I and we. Okay, but if it is any other subject like I, she, they, so you can't say this like it will be raining, that is the right thing, but it shall be raining, that is wrong. Okay, so go through the affirmative sentences examples here. The line will be chasing a deer. शे हेन का पीछा कर रहा होगा. ओके, अच्छा. Next we have negative sentences. It will remain the same. The difference here is just that you will add not after will in these sentences or shall. ठीक है, that means be से पहले आप ऐड करेंगे नॉट को. ठीक है, और will या shall के बाद नॉट ऐड होगा whenever you make negative sentence or future continuous tense. Okay, so it will become he will not be looking for you. Go through all the examples, make sure to read each and every word of every page. Okay, in interrogative sentences everything will remain the same, but the only difference here is that will they be building a wall. आप डिवाइड कर देंगे हेल्पिंग वर्ब को, और विल के बाद सबसे पहले विल ऐड करेंगे, एंड आफ्टर दैट यू विल ऐड द सब्जेक्ट, एंड देन यू विल ऐड बी, एंड देन यू विल ऐड मेन वर्ब. ओके, सो हाफ आपका हेल्पिंग वर्ब पहले आएगा, दैट इज विल, सब्जेक्ट से पहले आएगा, एंड हाफ आपका जो हेल्पिंग वर्ब है दैट इज बी, वो सब्जेक्ट के बाद आएगा. And that goes same if there are question words as well. Okay, if you will add question words first, which is why, what, where, when, how. why, and then the helping verb will, then the subject they, then be, and then the main verb and object. Okay, you have to do the exercise B of this future continuous tense. You have to change the following sentences first into negative and then into questions or interrogative sentences. You have to all of the 10 sentences आपको अगेन नेगेटिव और इंटरोगेटिव में चेंज करना है. आई एम गिविंग यू एन एग्जाम्पल. नेक्स्ट वीक वी शैल बी सेलिब्रेटिंग आवर सिस्टर्स बर्थडे. सो if you are making negative of it, it will become next week we shall not be celebrating our sister's birthday. And in the interrogative form it will become shall we be celebrating our sister's birthday next week. Okay, you can add next week at the end of the sentence, and you can also say that shall we be well, I think that's the correct thing, that you will add next week or next month at the end of the sentence here. Okay, okay, for example in the 5th and 6th you will still do the same, that for example this is tomorrow I shall be going to the airport at 7 o'clock. So it will become I shall not be going to the airport at 7 o'clock tomorrow, and shall I be going to the airport at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, so this is all from continuous tenses. I hope everything is clear. If you have any doubts and problem, you can obviously contact to me and ask me anything, okay, related to this. Okay, and make sure to do all of your copy work, because your marks, your completion marks included in your exams. आपका कॉपी वर्क कंप्लीट नहीं होगा, आपके एग्जाम्स के मार्क्स डिडक्ट हो जाएंगे. Okay, so make sure to complete all of your work, whether it's worksheet pad work or whether it's your grammar book work or your copy work. You have to complete everything, every single thing, and make sure when you come for checking, bring all these things with you: your worksheet pad, your English copy, and your English grammar book as well. Okay, here your grammar portion of final has been completed. Okay, so this is all from this video. Stay home, stay safe, take care, and Allah Hafiz.